Okay, we are doing ACE Investigation 2 homework, numbers 10 through 13 and 26. So let's start with numbers 10 through 13. It says here, manufacturers often conduct quality control tests on samples of their products. For exercises 10 through 13, describe a random sampling plan you would recommend to the company. Justify your recommendations. Okay, so for number 10, a toy company produces 5,000 video game systems each day. Alright, so we have to have some sort of random sampling plan. Something that you can come up with could be something like a random name generator or number generator. That is what I used to use when I worked at Bank of America. And what that is just a computer program that just spits out, just random numbers. So you can say, okay, I want to select 30 video games, at random with this with 5,000. So we've got 5,000 total. I'm only going to test 30. So should I test number 1, number 400, number 2,309? And so this is what the random number generator does. It'll give you 30 random numbers between the numbers of 1 and 5,000. And then you just say, I want 30 of them. And you take those 30, and then you're just going to test just those 30 out of the 5,000. Okay, for number 11. A music company manufactures a total of 200,000 compact discs for about 100 recording artists each day. Okay, there's a couple of different ways you could do that. You could take a spinner and you code it 0 through 9. So maybe a spinner coded 0 through 9. And you can, for example, you can spin the spinner 6 times with results 0, 5, 4, 1, 1, and 7. So that means that the music company should test the 54,117th CD produced. Okay, so you can do that, which to me would take a long time. Or maybe the company could subdivide the 200,000 CDs by artist and test a random number for each artist. So you can just take this total of 200,000, divide it by 100, and so then out of each one of those, then you'll take a certain number, like say you take 5 out of each of them, and then you just take a look at just those particular discs. Okay, number 12. A fireworks company produces more than 1,500 rockets each day. Okay, for this one, maybe what you can do is take some pieces of paper, number it 0 through 9, and place it in a hat. So just take some paper in a hat, 0 through 9, and then just choose 4 numbers at random, and then replace them into the hat. And so then you can construct numbers from 0 to 9,999. So the fireworks company is 1,500. So if the number chosen is greater than 1,500, then you can just disregard it, just get rid of it, ignore it, and then choose a new number. Okay, so then you're going to have a sample size of at least 30, so you do it 30 times at least, so that you can get a good sample. Okay, number 13 says a bottling company produces 25,000 bottles of spring water each day. So, like I said, in my opinion, I think taking a random number generator, once again using that, and just say we're going to test 30 out of 25,000, and I'm going to have this random number generator give me 30 different numbers from 0 all the way up to, actually from 1 all the way up to 25,000. And then that way I can just randomly just take bottles and then test them to make sure that they meet qualifications. Okay, number 26 is multiple choice. It says you survey 30 students from a population of 150 eighth graders. Which statement is not correct? So you're looking at which one is not correct. Okay. The first answer choice is F. The ratio of those sampled to those not sampled is 30 to 120. So the ratio of those sampled, which is 30, to those not sampled is 120. So that is correct, because 150 minus 30 is 120, so it's 30 out of 120. So it can't be F, because that is correct, and we're looking for what is not correct. G says 1 out of every 5 people in the population was sampled. That is also correct, because you are dividing 150 by 30, and that gives you 5. So 1 out of every 5 people in the population was sampled. So that can't be right, because it is correct. And we're looking for what's not correct. Okay, K. Let's skip H and go to K. 1/5 of the students in the population were sampled. 1 out of every 5 is the same thing as 1/5. So that can't be correct. So that leaves us with H. 25% of the students in the population were sampled. So let's figure that out. What's the actual percentage? Okay, so if it's going to be 30 divided by 150, that's actually 20%. 20%. So that can't be right. It's actually 20% that were sampled, and this answer choice was 25%, so this is the one that is not correct.